Tuttologic Surf Podcast, Surf and Skate Film Festival Milan. That's a special edition of our podcast, Vini, and we are with you, Vini dos Santos. Nice to meet you, bro.
Very nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you, Leo.
How you doing?
It's a great festival. I came yesterday, straight from Bali. It's a little bit jet lag and
obviously.
couldn't even have a beer. I needed to hydrate and get some water, but with the music, I felt in the mood and I connected to this town. It's a very beautiful town. It's my first time in Italy, and I'm really appreciating the time here. We're getting very well treated by the locals, and that's all about.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna meet in the Mediterranean Sea. We have to surf together. I just show you some good waves. In Italy, we have waves. You should know this.
Maybe you saw one of my town waves, but actually I'm a paddler, and I'd love to come and explore different spots. And I saw that beautiful barrel that the Italian boy got, and I'm stoked to come here and get packed as well.
yeah, let's do this. So, Vini, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners? Because you have a cool story, so I would like you to share your origin from Brazil and then to Nazaré and so on. So, please.
So, my name is Vini dos Santos. I'm 33 years old, and I've been dedicating my life to the ocean. I surf since I'm 3. My father taught me, and I never could stop. Even that my family were pushing me away from the ocean to actually make me study and go through the university. I always want to be closer and get more ocean knowledge. So during the university, I became a lifeguard. So the university didn't end up that well, and when I was almost finishing the university, I had probably one more year of 5 years of engineering. I got in a big wave contest in my home state, Santa Catarina, which is south of Brazil.
Yeah.
And that contest were presented by WSL, and cool. I made through the finals. This contest, Lucas Chumbo won. And by that time, the reason why I got the spot to be there, not just because I am a local, because there's many good surfers and everybody want to get that position, but actually because during the time that I was a lifeguard, I could work during the summer and save some money to actually go chase some swells around the road. I ended up getting really close and connected to the Hawaiian community and working over there for Liam McNamara as a surfer instructor and selling coconuts in the beach, and also doing all kinds of things like construction and things that I didn't supposed to be doing as a Brazilian traveler. I ended up being able to surf Jaws, Mavericks, and things that I always dreamed to do it. So they gave me the spot in that contest. I made through the final, and the next thing I do, I get in the flight to Chile. And I make through the finals in Punta del Lobos.
Yeah, I've been there.
1 month after.
Yeah, crazy place.
Yeah.
So good.
It's beautiful, heavy, and cold.
Very cold.
Everything you need for Nazaré, to get ready for Nazaré. I knew I wasn't ready because I surfed Mavericks before, and one of the wipeouts, all the muscles around my lungs kind of twist.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain, but I barely could breathe. I didn't do any kind of exams, but I knew that one of the reasons why this happened is because I wasn't training the cold conditions. So in that first contest, I met Christian Merello from Punta del Lobos, and he said, you should go training in Punta Lobos. And everything happened like the universe lined up, and I had the opportunity to be in Ceremonial Punta del Lobos. I took the opportunity to the max level, almost the max level, but I made to the finals, and ended up being able to purchase a ticket to Nazaré.
Yeah.
Right before I go back to Hawaii, because it would be another winter to go work for Liam and for be with the Hawaiian boys and surf pipeline every day. That was my goals by that time. So Nazaré, my time in Nazaré in the first contact was very short, was 1 month. It was just a reading and one score. I could get one good wave, and I felt, wow, I can do it.
Yeah, obviously, because you had such a great experience. because you just named a few of the most dangerous and heavier waves in the world. It's in my opinion, then maybe we will talk about that lately. Nazaré is not on top on Jaws, Mavs, and Pipeline, which are way more technical wave and way more dangerous, possibly, no? Right? What do you think about that?
If we go through the numbers, we see that Pipeline is the wave that take more lives. Yeah. But if you see how many people actually paddle Nazaré, it's just a few. And
okay.
Unfortunately, this year we had a big loss of our friend, and
yeah, I know.
Which is one of the most experienced surfers in the world, Márcio Freire. He was the first to paddle out Jaws, actually. He and his friends Yuri, Soledad, and Danilo Couto. And watching I don't want to go through the answer, but yeah. Watching my friend, who is very experienced, who used to charge Jaws without trunks and with only trunks, yeah, without life vests and only trunks. Watching him pass away there, just seeing that it meant to be, because he always wanted to be there, but also how vulnerable we are.
It's true.
In the ocean, it can be just a small day. You got hit by a board,
exactly.
Which happened to me at Nazaré with a heavy board, but wasn't a crazy day, and can be Pipeline, you hitting your head in the rock. It's just like, if you're doing what you love, it's what matters, because you don't want to lose your life doing something else that you're not passionate by.
Yeah, if not, it's not worth the risk. So, if you do what you love, and I can feel from your story, from this story, how passionate you are, and it's a story about humble, because you are really humble, step by step, bro. You embrace the process, so that's so cool. And today, this morning in Milan, we had Groundswell, The Other Side of Fear, has been premiered here at Surf and Skate Film Festival. So what is this film about? Why they say The Other Side of the Fear? What is the meaning?
This movie is about the period of maybe 1 through almost 2 winters that they went around the world traveling, chasing swells, being in touch with the best big wave surfers around the world. And I think when he chose the name The Other Side of Fear, it's because they want to show the other side of the life of a big wave surfer, what happened behind the scenes, and everything connected. If you watch the movie, it's a very beautiful project, and I didn't got chosen to be part of this movie. Actually, is the most nice part of it, the most beautiful side of this film is because they check the facts, and they been telling the true story of the big wave scenario during that period, and they were following the swells around the road with Matt Brawling, Kyle Laney, Makua Hoffman, and Bianca Valente in the trilogy of surfing, Mavericks, Nazaré, Pipeline, and Jaws, the most dangerous waves in the world. And I was there in the biggest day of
exactly. Yeah. It's said in the movie that you got a 100-foot wave, 100 feet wave. So for you, is that statistic is just a number for you? Is it important to earn the respect of the community, or is just something that you put out as an headline to promote yourself, maybe to sponsor, to brands? How do you look at this number, this record? I don't know. Is it important for you, or it's more like you were out with your friends charging and it's just it?
Actually, Leo, I didn't plan this. As you see in the movie, I got hurt.
Yeah.
I went home. They did an interview on me, and just let's start again.
Yeah.
When I got the wave, I was one of the first guys to hold the rope that day. First were Lucas Fink, which is a skimboarder.
Yeah. Crazy guy.
Yeah, he go down the waves without fins, but he's beginning in Nazaré. It's his second season, and I've been dedicating a lot of time out there. And we did this big team together, and everybody very supportive to each other.
Yeah.
But after he surf, the ocean became ugly, and not many other surfers want to get waves, want to taste the rope. So I got the rope, and because everybody was questioning about, and I raised my hand saying I want to be there. And Alemão de Maresias, which is one of the watermen and the rescue drivers, he asked me, "You want me to tow you or Lucas?" Everybody were there for that moment. 10 jet skis, and Alemão, the rescuer, and Lucas, which is for me the best pilot in the road. So Lucas is a very close friend, and I said, "Yeah, Lucas, and you as a second rescue if anything goes wrong." So I went with Lucas. I had a guy in the lighthouse looking after the waves, spotting us.
With the radio, right?
Someone that we did a meeting together. We talked about what I wanted of my life, what was my goals, and when that crazy thing came towards to us, the ocean became black, and we couldn't even choose. I wanna surf here in the wave. I wanna surf there in the wave. I were there. He just turned around and he whipped me in that crazy mountain wave, and as I was going down that mountain, I saw a big bump in front of me, and I couldn't keep pushing like a cutback to be deeper, because I knew if I hit that bump trying to turn, my fins would go out, and I would do a crazy wipeout in 100-foot wave, and I didn't want that. And as I saw the bump, I flew, and I could successfully land in the wave and make the way around before the avalanche of white water get me. A lot of people say, "Oh, the wave much down," or you could be deeper. But if I were deeper, I wouldn't make around, and
you would be in trouble.
If you see really close, that bump really sent me like 10 meters in front of me. I flew for long distance, 10 meters.
Yeah, big jump.
Crazy. So I just know that wave was a special moment, and we led the measurement like Josh Brolin from the movie says, lead to the eyes of who is watching. But what science says is, in my opinion, much more important than if you have different opinions. Science is more exactly.
And how do you measure a wave?
Oceanograph.
Okay.
He can measure all kinds of different waves and compare the sizes.
Okay.
And one of the PhDs from Brazil, he got many kind of different waves from that day, and he checked Lucas Schumbo's wave, Nick Hoop's wave, and my wave. I didn't pay him nothing. I didn't hire him for that.
Yeah.
It was he is actually going for the fact, and you know exactly. You cannot through the measurement tape. It's not a exactly number.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can see like the size of the wave can be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. There is a window. That
we know obviously from like 90 to 105 maybe. Yeah. Let's say, because they have a scale. Okay.
And I also hear from people that they think it's bigger than 100-foot wave.
Okay.
But what I provide for this guy after he requested me is different kinds of angles of the wave, different kind of footage, and the best quality of the images.
Yeah, obviously.
So he can get through
the pixels
more
of
exactly
the image.
number.
Yeah. Okay.
And in my study, became the most trustful study because it got more information about it.
Okay, I see. Cool.
I was hurt home, and I couldn't do nothing, so when I saw the first footage of my wave, going back to that story we were talking about, is the photographers that were there. One of them, he been traveling around the world for 3 decades already, 30 years, and he said that was the biggest wave that he ever saw. So I got interested to know how big was the wave.
Okay.
And yes, I agreed to be one of the guys to be I agreed that my wave would be one of the waves to be measured.
Okay.
Not to be the biggest. I'm not a specialist, so I didn't thought it would be.
It's not to you to say,
maybe more than 80 foot, I thought.
Okay.
It was actually the second biggest swell that I ever surfed. No, it was the second time that I surfed a biggest swell in my life.
Okay.
So my second big, like, giant towing session, because the first giant towing session was 1 month before. I was a paddle surfer all this time that I was in Nazaré. I just had become a town surfer.
Okay.
So I was training for that. I was very dedicated. I was very consistent over there.
And what do you do to train?
I wasn't so experienced in the town, in the rope, you know.
Yeah, but what do you do to train for paddling in big waves and then towing in? What do you do? Just conditioning, strength and conditioning? What's the routine?
So first, as a lifeguard, I learned how to get myself sharp to swim, to run, get my fins and swim to save people's life. Okay. So as getting that culture of lifeguarding, it helped me to understand my body and to know my limits and to know to handle myself and other people's life in the opposite situation. Okay. And during that time, I started to body surf a lot, running the soft sand, cycling, and this gave me, how can I say?
Endurance strength.
Yes, we scientifically saying we start to produce more mitochondria in the cells. Okay. Is the part of the cell that absorbs the oxygen. Okay. As you do more and more exercise, you become more fit. Okay. And as you have more mitochondria in the cell, you can be longer under the water. Okay.
That's important.
So before the big wave season, I start to do more exercises. Before more outdoor, and now I start, as I'm getting older, I'm going more to the gym as well.
Okay. And another thing I would like to ask you about Nazaré is that now a lot of average surfers are looking at Nazaré like it is, I don't know, a touristic something attraction, no? And there are guys from there, experienced watermen, that do business with them, because they take them towing in the smaller days, obviously, but just like it is a normal experience to surf Nazaré. What's your opinion on that? Do you agree?
I cannot tell people to not follow your goals. It's not my kind. I would say Nazaré is the Everest of surfing. Exactly. There's a lot of people challenge themselves to climb the Everest, and I know the risks of Nazaré. It's getting more restrict for us, for seeing more people coming there. But I was also a beginner at some point. So if you love your goals, I'm the first one to encourage you to go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like your vision. It's different because most of the time when I talk to other big wave riders like Francisco Porcella, which is a close friend of ours. He told me, I don't know, because there are a lot of people that don't have the ability to go out there and charge a wave, even if it's towing. And I think towing is easier than paddling, right?
Depends of the size.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know, Francisco, he's such a big heart that I know his opinion is just because he's concerned about other people's life.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's just a point of view.
Yeah, it's true. But it's interesting what you said. So I like that approach. And talking about the difference between towing in and paddling, do you think it wouldn't be better to these guys that want to chase big waves, normal surfers, to go first to paddling and then to towing in? It's not like a process, or it's better to do the opposite?
even that's not a reality in Nazaré, I agree with you. You should start paddling first and getting to understand the water dynamic over there.
Yeah, because by paddling you feel the ocean better.
Yeah.
You go out just with your arms, not with the jet ski, and you have to like read the wave better. It's not like a teamwork, because when you're towing in, it's a teamwork between you, the rider, and the pilot of the jet ski, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But there is every person is different circumstance. You know, it's different. It's different. How can I say that? Not everyone can go there and paddle. And
yeah.
I don't make the rules, but I have some friends that came to surf Nazaré and they are blind, and we support them and we help them to catch waves. I was a voluntary to be the grabber for 2 blind surfers that came this season to charge Nazaré.
Amazing.
To challenge themselves over there. So I just think, like, how can you say to a 50 years old guy that feels that want to ride Nazaré and he been surfing all his life and that's his passion, go paddle first.
No, you're right.
I'm
true.
Younger. I gotta respect the older. I'm not arrogant. I just say that I'm not saying that if you have this kind of opinion you are, but I get this view that the ocean is bigger than everyone, and we are so small, so it make us all the same for the ocean view.
One of our friends, I see that you follow him, is Giovanni Evangelisti. He started like charging Nazaré by paddling this winter, and he's an experienced Italian surfer. And he told me that he felt for the first time a real sense of community entering in Nazaré and meeting all the big wave riders community. Compared to Italy or whatever, you go surfing high performance wave barrels, there is a lot of localism, and people are like screaming and they don't want you in the water. So is it true that in the big wave rider community you are more like inclusive and you help each other? It's different, right?
In the end of the day, we don't want that nobody get hurt. I know Giovanni, we surf many sessions together this winter in Nazaré. All the Italian crew that comes there, they're really nice, and we share some nice barrels, some nice rides together. And I just hope to see them coming more and more often and getting the wave of their life and improving themselves. I think that's the goal. I also know Rudy and Robert Blake. He's also not just, he's a waterman, Robert. He also go body surf. Everything.
They told me it's such a great guy.
The new generation from Italy going there is just also doing a good impact in the Nazaré community. It's beautiful to see. And not everybody love each other. It's not like Disney World, but we need to get along, because as I said, in the end of the day, we need to look after each other and care about nobody get hurt. That's what I would like, that people look after me. And happened to me a couple times that I got hurt and nobody saw me. I was bleeding out over my face, and all the skin of my hair came out. It was crazy. But in the ocean, maybe nobody saw me, but everybody in the lane, in the sand, was like trying to help and calling the ambulance. So it's Nazaré, it's the Everest of surfing, it's the Coliseum of the big wave surfing. It's here in Europe, and you guys gotta go check.
Okay, fine. And one last question. I know that it's not scientific, it's not numbers, but it's just an opinion. So I'm gonna ask you an opinion about the ranking of the big wave spots in the world. So how do you rank Nazaré, and which is the heavier one, in your opinion?
I think the big waves are made by events, by the nature. So you cannot. There's not always gonna be a wave there, but what makes Nazaré special is that it's the most consistent big wave spot in the world. So it's where you can see more giant waves in 1 year, more than everywhere. There's many years that Mavericks get very slow, maybe 1-2 swells. That's that year that Peter Mel got the barrel.
Yeah.
That was one of the most consistent year in Mavericks, but that was very unusual.
Okay.
In Hawaii as well, you don't see many.
Last winter was average.
There was only the Eddie swell, and then you don't see Eddie Aikau going every year. It's not every year on. That's for one reason. It's not very consistent like giant waves. Big waves, yes. You surf big waves at Pipeline many times of the season, but Jaws to have opportunity to surf Jaws, I had to stay there for 1 year straight. And I wasn't even thinking about Nazaré, just hearing about, checking some footage, crazy way. I didn't thought I would be able to make, but as I was surfing more and more Hawaii, I improved myself. I had more skill to start to think about Nazaré. And when I found Nazaré, I realized that that's the place that you can become a better version of yourself, because you get more and more opportunities every day, and there is no limits for the big waves there.
Okay.
I heard from older guys that they seem much bigger than 100-foot waves. They think maybe 120 to 50-foot waves there, the fishermen said.
Wow.
So it's just about time to see someone riding a bigger wave than 100-foot, maybe 120-foot, because the Everest is over there, the big wave Everest is over there, and it happens once in a while. It's special. Every giant swell is special, but every 80 to 100-foot swell is crazy unique. It's like it's a unique thing that if you are there, you are very blessed. That day I was blessed. By that time, 9:40 a.m., that was a really special moment. I was blessed to have the opportunity to ride that wave.
Yeah. Hope for more soon. So good luck for next winter, and then we'll see. We'll keep our eyes open to see if there is something big coming to Nazaré. Maybe get on a plane and come to check on you and the other guys. Could be nice.
You are very welcome, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
Just let me know. I'm gonna be there. Yeah. I already have my logistic. I'm not just a peddler. Like, I'm not just pedaling anymore.
Now you have your jet ski.
Yeah, I have my jet ski, but I want as my goals to get myself back as the peddler that I was back in 2021. Again, once my boards arrive from Hawaii, it's so hard to have all the equipment set in the right time. Sometimes you are there for the swell, your jet ski breaks, but so yeah, I just want to be the better version of myself and be able to be a better paddler and town surfer and a driver to make my friends happy as well. So you are my friend.
Let's go, bro.
You come there and I offer you that experience.
Thanks so much. So see you soon, Vini dos Santos. Thanks for being our guest.
Thank you.
Thanks.